21st of December 1999. So between the December right through to the March, completely unemployed. In desperation, I basically picked up the phone and rang Gary Watson, who previously told me about Kleeneze, and I'd rubbished the idea because I couldn't see past the catalogues. I'm not interested in that. He said, no, there's more to that. Not interested. So in desperation, I picked the phone up. I would never have otherwise picked the phone up and rang somebody up about putting out catalogues. That's where I really felt about it. So I was really desperate. Okay, I thought if I could make £400 or £500 a month, it would probably stop me from getting my council house repossessed. So when I rang him up, cut a long story short, a bit of pill to swallow, because Gary told me at that time that he was earning £4,500 a month. And I remember thinking, how the hell do you earn £4,500 a month from putting catalogues out? And he said, that's because it's not just about putting catalogues out. He said, if you'd listened to me 4.5 years ago, you would have known. And I thought, touche. So I arranged that day, well, it was an hour later actually, to meet with Gary. And when I met with Gary, I pulled into the hotel with a little £300 Ford Escort, the old square boxy version. And Gary pulled up in a brand new Toyota Celica. And I remember the last time I saw Gary, I had a 911 Porsche parked on my drive. And the house that was next door to Gary was the house that I had bought for my mum and dad. Okay? So, and Gary was living in the one-bedroom flat next door to my mum and dad's and driving a C registration Peugeot 205. And I thought, flipping it, how the tables have turned. Okay? So I remember thinking, I need to listen to what Gary's got to say. There's a time for talking, and there's a time for listening. Obviously now is my time to talk. If we came in this room and I sat down here and I sat here and you've all come to listen to me and I just sat there silent, that would be wrong, okay, because it would be my time to talk. So I thought, I've got to listen to this guy. He's in this business, he's making the money, I'm desperate, he's got what I want right now. I'd settle for that Toyota Celica, you know, compared to me £300 Escort. I would settle for £4,500 a month instead of like dual money. And I thought, I've got to listen to him. Okay, so there's a message, okay? You have to listen. You really have to listen. And Gary explained to me how this business worked. And do you know what? There's no word of a lie. I remember getting so excited when Gary drew the circles out. And I just thought, wow, you're joking. How on earth could I have missed this incredible opportunity? Now, I saw it for what it was, an incredible opportunity. So, my circumstances had brought me to a point where I desperately needed to make progress. So I remember saying to Gary, show me what I need to do. I didn't say, show me 10 things that I need to do and I'll just do 5 of them. I said, show me exactly what I need to do, because I need what you've got. He said to me, you'll change things, you'll do this, you'll do that. I know what you're like, Peter. You come from a corporate background, you know what I mean? You'll try and reinvent the wheel, you know. And I just said, Gary, trust me, I won't. Just show me what I need to do. And do you know what? That day, and you might want to write this down, I committed to being the best student that Gary had ever had. I committed. I made a decision. I was going to be the best student. And to be the best student, I mean, you can pretty much imagine what that meant. It meant that I was going to take tentative notes. I was going to listen to what he had to say. If Gary said to me, jump, I simply said, how high? And that's the way it was. Because he knew what he was doing. Yeah, I had experience in the life. You know, outside of that, I'd run a very successful business, I drove around in a Porsche, but I'd never done Kleeneze before, and I'd never done network marketing. And here was a guy that had done Kleeneze, and had done network marketing, and had made a success of it. I knew it was time to listen and learn. Now, there was some things that drove me forward, because there's negative motivation and there's positive motivation. Now, positive motivation might be, oh, I would like that lovely car, I'm going to have a lovely holiday, I'm going to get a nice big house. But let me tell you, what was far more powerful than that positive motivation was negative motivation. And that negative motivation was the bills, the people picking the phone up and ringing me and saying, you know, if you don't pay this, you know, we're going to take you to court. Okay, saying no to the children all the time because I couldn't even give them enough money to go and get a lucky bag. Okay, having to buy the children's Christmas presents from car boot sales, by going to cheap shops and having to buy food, you know, without the packaging. And the fact that, you know, at the age of 37, at the time, I remember looking around and thinking, I would be embarrassed to bring my friends to this house. So, negative motivation can be the little things, the red letters, the bills, the phone calls, I can't put up with this anymore, I've had enough, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, the negative motivation was more powerful for me than the positive motivation. But hang on a minute, I also had positive motivation because I looked at Gary and thought, flipping heck, if he can do it, I can do it. He's a normal, everyday, quiet, unassuming lad. You know, he's not particularly like, you know, stand at the front of the room and he's jumping around the room and, you know, and he's just a quiet lad. And I thought, God, if he can do it, so I was positively motivated, God, I can have what he's got because he's going to show me what I need to do. And then I had me negative motivation set of circumstances, and I thought, now you put those two together, and I'll tell you what, you had one hell of a driving force. So when I joined Kleeneze, I'll be honest with you, I was completely on purpose. Okay? So, you know, you could feel the heat that was emanating from me because I was so on fire with how I was going to make this business change my life.